points about the want of factor. That is, as the solute which is going to dissociate in the solution, the I value is more than 1, and the solute which is undergoing the association, the I value is less than 1, and the solute which behaves normally, the I value is equal to 1. So here, for a solute undergo dissociation, the I value is more than 1. Why it is more than 1? Because the I value is equal to the number of particles after dissociation upon number of particles before dissociation. So after dissociation, if it is going to dissociate, then after dissociation particle will be more than the before. That's why the value of I will be more than 1. So here, for a solute undergo association, the I value will be less than 1. In the same manner, if it is going to associate, the particles after association will be less than before. So it means the value of I will be less than 1. So here, for a solute behaves normally. Normally means nor dissociate nor associate. That is, nor dissociate or associate. So I is equal to 1. Now, if the solute forms dimer, then the value will be 1 by 2. If the solute forms dimer, then I will be 1 by 2. If the solute tetraatomic, then I will be 1 by 4. And same, if it is octatomic, then I will be 1 by 8, as for example S8. So if the solute is octatomic, then I value will be 1 by 8. 1 by 8, for example, S8, octatomic S8, right? And the two more formulae also there, which relates the degree of dissociation of the solute to the want of factor, right? So degree of dissociation alpha is equal to I minus 1 upon n minus 1, right? Now degree of association, alpha will be equal to 1 minus I upon 1 minus 1 upon n, where n is, what is n here? It is the important point. The n is equal to number of ions produced per formula of the compound. So now the next is want of laws. So here I am going to write the want of laws. Want of laws. Right. The first is, as the gas laws are there, the want of observe that the gas laws are also valid for the dilute solutions. So he gave the want of laws. So the first law, want of Boyle's law. It is pi is proportional to 1 upon V at constant temperature. Right? This is the want of Boyle's law. So this is the first equation. First equation. Now the second law is want of Charles law. That is pi is proportional to absolute temperature. This is the absolute temperature, right? So it is equation second. Now the third law is want of equation from equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2. The pi is directly proportional to T upon V. And here the proportional sign, if you are going to equate, the constant will be there, pi is equal to R, a constant R, that is the gas constant. So here RT upon V. R is gas constant. T is absolute temperature. V is the volume of solution. Now this is for the 1 mole. Now for the n moles, this is for 1 mole. Right? For n mole of substance, it will be pi is equal to n RT upon V. Right? So this is the formula of the want of loss. Now this n upon V can be written as C, the concentration molarity. So it may also written as pi is equal to C RT. So this is how the formula osmotic pressure comes the CRT, and with want of factor it will be pi is equal to ICRT. With want of factor I, pi is equal to ICRT. Right? So this is the osmotic pressure, how the osmotic pressure formula pi is equal to ICRT comes. So now next move to some important points about the solution chapter. That means the key points about the solution chapter. Right? Now some key points about the solution chapter. The first is active mass. What is active mass? That is the moles dissolved per liter of solution, that is the molarity, right? So active mass is moles dissolved per liter of solution, right? Now the second is the normality multiply equivalent weight is equal to molarity into molar mass. Normality and multiply equivalent weight is equal to molarity multiply molar mass. Right? Now the next point is mole percent of solute